That's why our Father innate our heavenly parents' absolute sex through mother. Therefore, since the true parents are the model of absolute sex, all blessed families need to inherit absolute sex from heavenly parents and true parents. Then, who is the ideal family? The ideal family is the model of absolute sex. That's why my wife always warning to my 3 children when they are young. My wife talked to each one of the children. Hey, Sunshin, Yushin, Jisun, if you have Adam and Eve's same problems, your daddy from that day stepped down from continental director position. Because as a continental director cannot take care of his own of the family. What are you talking about, your continental director? Why? As a parents here, father and mother's figure here, do not just emphasize keeping purity, keeping purity, keeping purity. You need to explain the meaning of absolute sex. When our children are very clever, they understand. If they understand very clearly what is the meaning of the absolute sex, without exception, our children surely keep absolute purity. Yes or no? Yes. Yes or no? Yes. Why, Dr. Young, why teach me now so late already? My goodness. If you teach me early, I keep more absolute purity. Why you teach me so late? So now, you need to inherit my lecture. You need to be a lecturer of the absolute sex everywhere, every school, every institution, everywhere. You need to become great lecturer of the absolute sex. Only through this way, we can prevent free sex. What is Satan's culture? Satan's culture is free sex. Free sex. God's culture is absolute sex. Satan's culture is free sex. Whatever I want, I can make relationship with any boy, any girl. Whatever I want. This is really Satan. You need to know that. Satan loves free sex. What is the last day? Last day is the kingdom of the free sex in Thailand. Already become 11 or 12 years old. More than 60-70% already lost the purity. I went to Philippines, I checked here and there, young age, become 11 years old, 12 years old. More than 60-70% already lost the purity. Already. This is how much terrible. Why our nation will perish? Why? Not because of the money, not because of external reason, because of free sex culture. Sodom Gomorrah, Rome. Last time, why that kind of the city perished? Why? Not because of external reason, because of immorality, because of free sex. Everything collapsed. I am telling you, as an individual, anyone have a sexual problem, I am telling you, already you spiritually die. Cannot recover anymore. Surely die. Not only 1 year, 2 year die. Forever. That's why we need to thank God and true parents. True parent, God is a God of what's that? Forgiveness. Actually, true parents do not allow they come the holy wine, CheonBo holy wine ceremony. In the past, the father said, anyone make mistake, even second generation, okay, as a parent, first time, I will give this kind of forgiving ceremony. Anyone, second generation make mistake can come and drink this holy wine. I will be responsible your all fault. Sexually mistake. I will be responsible as the Messiah, as the Father. Father gave that kind of opportunity last time. That's why anyone make this kind of problem again, I no idea. No idea. That's why you come and confess. You need to start again. And we need to wait another opportunity to receive the forgiving ceremony. Huh? Because God can forgive. Because you do not know divine principle. That's why you made a mistake. Yes or no? Yes. Yes or no? Yes. That's why from today, 1st of January in 2019, everybody strongly determined. From today, 1st of January in 2019, since I listened absolute sex lecture, I promise in front of God and true parents, I do not want to make mistake again. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
So then we are the one who multiply absolute, the culture of absolute sex, not free sex. Jesus and absolute sex. Jesus said, John 14:6, Jesus answered, I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. Wow. 2,000 years ago, Jesus no foundation and he proclaimed. Okay? He said, here put the I am the means only. I am only the way. I am only the truth. I am only the life. No one comes to the Father. No one goes to kingdom of heaven without me. Because Jesus came as the pure bloodline, as a begotten Son. That's why without me. However, his problem is, he mentioned that, okay, when we follow Jesus, the way okay, he proclaimed truth okay, but he talked, we believe in Jesus, we can gain the life. But he did not talk about love. Why he did not talk about love? Because Jesus could not marry. That's why he did not talk about love. He didn't talk about the lineage, blood lineage, because he did not have the children. And then he passed away. And then he said, I need to come again. That's why our true parents come again. True parents come, after Jesus. And then true parents declare, wow, I love this true father's declaration. I am the way, the truth, the life, and love, and lineage, and absolute sex. No one comes to the heavenly parents except through parents. 아죠? Why don't you give a big hand out to the parents? So, without true parents, there is no way to enter the kingdom of God. Without true parents truth, okay, divine principle, true Father's word, no way to enter the kingdom of heaven. Without true parents, no way to gain the life, no way to gain the resurrection. Without true parents, we cannot make love, we cannot make spouse, we cannot marry, we cannot receive blessing. So, love means blessing. And without true parents' blessing, I cannot produce a pure blood lineage. That is absolute sex. Therefore, only true parents are only the way, only the truth, only the life and love and lineage. Therefore, how much lucky you are second generation. Father said, as a second generation, as long as you can keep purity, even though you do not study well, as long as you keep purity absolutely, no matter what, you will reach to perfection someday. Reach to perfection. Okay, almost finished. Let's read the Father's word here. The most important commandment God gave to Adam and Eve. What was the one and only commandment God gave to the Adam and Eve? The first human ancestors, after He created them. it was a commandment and blessing to maintain absolute standard of sexual abstinence until God's approval of their marriage. We find the basis for this in the blessing passage that indicates that Adam and Eve would surely die on the day they ate the fruit of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, if they had refrained from eating and observed the heaven's commandment. They would have perfected their character and stood as equal co-creators with God. Oh my God, the Creator. Furthermore, they would have taken dominion of the creation and become the Lord of the universe, enjoying eternal and ideal happiness. It was God's blessing that He warned Adam and Eve to preserve their sexual purity so that they might marry with His blessing as true children, become true husband and wife, give birth to true children, and become true parents. I'd like to summarize based on this content. What's the meaning of the commandment which God gave to the first human ancestors? Father said, they would surely die if they ate the fruit of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. This is keeping purity, not the choice. Not a choice. This is absolute. No compromise. Absolute, no matter what. And then that's why, even a Bible mention, I read again, okay, remind you again and again and again, over and over. The Lord God commanded the man, you are free to eat from any tree in the garden, but you must not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, for when you eat of it, you will surely die. Once Adam and Eve died, you don't revive it to 6,000 years until true parents come. Can you imagine? Once make the sexual mistake, it took 6,000 years. Can you imagine? If you fall as a pure blood lineage, more worse than Adam and Eve. And also Father said, if they had refrained from the eating, they would have perfected their characters. Wow! Adam and Eve keep God's absolute pure lineage, absolutely become perfect character like God's character. This is a blessing. This is our responsibility. What is our responsibility? Not to eat. This is our responsibility. Wow. If you keep absolute purity, God's blood lineage, and then what's that here? As co-creators, they would stood with God, the Creator, as His equals. If you keep absolute purity, God said, I will give you qualification to become Creator. You and I same equal position. That's why as a second generation, if you keep absolute purity, you will become same position as God, as a co-creator. How much great blessing. Number 4, they would have become the Lord of the universe, the Lord of all creation, enjoying eternal and ideal happiness. If you keep purity, keep God's absolute pure lineage, then God bless you. You will become the Lord of universe. You can dominate all things. You are the owner of universe. You can dominate the sun and moon and ocean, everything. You become champion. You become the owner of the universe if you keep purity. Wow, how much powerful it is. Finally, they would become true children, okay? True husband and wife, and then true parents, based on keeping purity. The meaning of the marriage is based on absolute sex. In other words, the marriage of the perfected Adam and Eve based on their absolute sex would have been God's own marriage. Oh my God. God is a forever God, yet at the same time Adam and Eve were to have become embodiment of God. They would have become God's body. God would have settled inside their minds and hearts to become the true parents of humankind in both spiritual world and physical world upon their foundation. What does it mean? When Adam and Eve, they married together, that was God's marriage ceremony. Why? Adam is God, the representative of God himself. And Eve, she representative God's wife. That's why when Adam and Eve grew up without fall, without about the mixing of the blood relationship with Satan, they keep purity and married together, Adam and Eve. That day was God's marriage ceremony. Eve was God's wife position. Adam is God himself. God waited for that day. However, God loves his children. That's why Satan is really enemy of the enemy. That's why already I mentioned the marriage of the perfect Adam and Eve based on their absolute sex would have been God's own marriage. God would have become the true parent of humankind, but in both spiritual and physical, based on the marriage of the perfect Adam and Eve, centered on their absolute sex. Therefore, even though God is Almighty God and the powerful God, but He not yet become true parents. Because children fall, children suffering. How can God become perfect being? Object partner, without object partner become perfect being. God not yet become perfect being. Everybody saved and enter the kingdom of heaven. Still one person remain in the hell. God is not yet completely liberated. God is not yet perfect. So who is the one who God become perfect? Who is the one? I'm telling you, who is the one who make God perfect? Ourselves. Ourselves. We are the one who make God perfect. We need to know about this point. 자, second last slide. Fallen DNA is different. We are fallen DNA. You are first, second generation, not fallen DNA. Fallen DNA is different. Through the fall, people's genetic code changed from God to Satan's. Therefore, in order to change the genetic code, people must be blessed by true parents and change their lineage. That's why, please encourage your uncle, your cousin, and your neighbor. Let them receive a blessing. Blessing means changing blood lineage. Become God's side. You need to encourage your relatives, your cousin, and brothers and sisters, your neighbor. That is our job. We need to multiply blessing. This one, fallen DNA already mentioned, it cannot change by human beings' power. Only through Messiah we can change. Blessing is a ceremony to be born into God's direct lineage through true parents. Blessing means not just only marriage ceremony. Blessing means changing blood lineage. Become God's eternal sons and daughters. This is the blessing. Therefore, after uniting God's absolute sex by receiving the blessing, fallen people must maintain absolute purity. 아주? Did you learn very clearly what does absolute sex means? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. Why don't you give a big hand to our true parents? Thank you very much.